Hello, dear students. Very warm welcome to you all. Today we are going to start the grammar topic reported speech. Now, what is reporting? What do you mean by reported speech? Reported speech means reporting the words of the speaker in your own words. Now, suppose if a speaker has said something and you have heard it and you are going to tell that thing to other person in your own words. So that is called as reported speech. That means reporting the words of the speaker in your own words. Okay. Now, reporting can be done in statements, questions, commands and requests, as well as exclamation and wishes. So depending upon the different types of sentences, we are going to learn how to change direct speech into indirect speech. Now, direct speech means the actual words of the speaker, and indirect speech means reporting the words of the speaker in your own words, right? So let us see the first type, that is statements. Now, when you change statements from direct to indirect, what are the steps to be kept in mind? So the first step is the reporting verb is changed as under. The first step is change in the reporting verb. So how the reporting verb is changed? Now, what is reporting verb? For example, Ram says, I love ice cream. Now here, Ram says, I love ice cream. So here, says is the reporting verb. So the first rule is the change in reporting verb. So first is we say something but tell somebody. Okay. So if the reporting verb is says to, if the reporting verb is says to, it changes to tells. If the reporting verb is says, it remains says. If the reporting verb is says to, then it changes to tells. But if it is says, then it remains says. If the reporting verb is said to, that is in the past tense, then it will change into told, asserted, stated, informed. Okay, so if we are talking about the statements, the reported verb said to changes to told, asserted, stated, informed. If the reported verb is said, it remains said. It doesn't change. Okay. So now rule number 2, inverted commas are dropped and conjunction that is used. So inverted commas are dropped. So you all know that direct speech is always written in inverted commas. So when we change direct into indirect, the second step is to remove or to drop the inverted commas and use the conjunction that. The third step is change of personal pronouns and possessives. How to change personal pronouns and possessives? So I, my, me, mine, we, our, us, ours. So these are all first person pronouns and possessives. So let us see how to change the personal pronouns or possessives. Now see, I said my mother is my best friend. Now this is first person. I said my mother is my best friend. Okay. Now, so when you change, the first step is reporting verb. Now reporting verb is said, so it remains said. Remove inverted comma and use the conjunction that. So I said that my mother is my best friend. Here there will be no change as it is first person. Now example number 2. You said my friends are very helpful to me. So you said that. My will change into your. Now it is second person, you is second person. So here this is direct speech, so it is used my. But in indirect speech it will change to your, and me will change to you. Third example, he said my friends are very helpful to me. Now he said my friends are very helpful to me. Now he is the third person, so my will change to his and me will change to him. Okay, so these changes are done as per the subject of the reporting verb. Okay. Now why? Because these words refer to the speaker. All these words refer to the speaker. Now see, my, me, then my and me. Right? So my, me, these are first person pronouns. So they change according to the subject of the reporting verb. Let's move ahead. Step number 4. If the reporting verb is in the present or future tense. If the reporting verb is in present or future tense, the tense of the reported speech does not change. The tense of the reported speech does not change. Now for example, Meera says to Minnie. Now reporting verb says is in present tense. Meera says to Minnie, your teacher has praised you. So now the reporting verb says is in present tense, so the tense of reported speech will not change. So Meera tells Minnie that her teacher has praised her. So here the tense is same. It doesn't change. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the reported speech gets changed into the corresponding past tense as under. So if the reporting verb is in past tense, then it changes according to the corresponding past tense. If the reporting verb is in present or future, the tense of reported speech doesn't change. But if the reporting verb is in past, the tense of the reported speech changes into the corresponding past. For example, M is are. These are present, they will change into past. Was were. Was were is past, it will change into perfect. Had been. Now had been it remains same. Has or have changes to had. Had, there is no change. Do, did. Do changes to did. Present changes to past. Simple past changes to past perfect. Past perfect, there is no change. Will or shall changes to should. So these are the changes of the tense. So shall, you can change shall into should as per the case. So may will change into might, can changes to could, might, should, would, ought to. If these verbs are used, there is no change. If must is changed to had to. So you must note down these changes in your notebook. Now next rule number 5. The words which denote nearness of time and place are generally changed into words denoting distance. So the words which denote nearness, they are changed into words that denotes distance. For example, now if now is used in direct, now means it is a near time, it will change to distance time, that is then. This changes to that. These changes to those. Here changes to there. Ago. Ago changes to before. Yesterday changes to the previous day. Tomorrow changes to the next day or the following day. Today changes to that day. Tonight changes to that night. So now there are two situations where even if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the verb of the reported speech remains unchanged. Now earlier I said that when the reporting verb is in past, the tense of the reported speech changes to its corresponding past. But here in certain situations, the verbs of the reported speech remains unchanged. So there are two situations where the verb in reported speech remains unchanged even if the reporting verb is in past tense. So which are these situations? Let us see. The teacher said 2 and 2 make 4. Now the teacher said, reporting verb said is in past. Then 2 and 2 make 4. Make, this verb is in present. So we have seen that when the reporting verb is in past, the verb in the reported speech changes. But here it will remain unchanged. The teacher said that 2 and 2 make 4. The verb will not change. Ramesh said to the tourist, summers in India are usually very hot. So Ramesh said to the tourist, summers in India are usually very hot. Ramesh said, again here the reporting verb is in past tense, but the tense of the sentence in reported speech will not change. So Ramesh informed the tourist that summers in India are usually very hot. So the tense remains same. Here it also it is present, here also it is present. Now why is it so? Because this is the fact. So when we speak about universal truth, about the fact, the tense in reported speech doesn't change, it remains unchanged. Now next, the reported speech describes a situation which still exists when the speech is reported. So the reported speech describes a situation. Suppose if there is a situation which still exists when the speech is reported. So if when the speech is reported, if at that time the situation still exists, then also the tense of the reported speech doesn't change. For example, the station master said, "Due to heavy rains, the trains are running late." The station master said, "Due to heavy rains, the trains are running late." Now here the reporting verb is in past and the speech is in present continuous tense. So now here the station master said that due to heavy rains, the trains are running late. Now here the tense of the verb doesn't change. Why? Because when the speech was reported, at that time the situation was still there. The situation existed at that time, and so here the tense remained unchanged. I hope you have understood what are the changes to be done while changing direct speech into indirect speech. Now we have done type 1 statements. So in our next video we will see type 2 questions, how to change questions into indirect speech. So today we have seen how to change statements into indirect speech. So the first rule you need to remember. So let us recap whatever we have learned. So the first step is the change in the reporting verb. So how the reporting verb is changed. So if the reporting verb is say, says, said, there is no change. It remains the same. But if the reporting verb is say to, it becomes tell, says to changes to tells, and said to changes to told. So these are the changes in the reporting verb. Now next step is drop inverted comma, use conjunction that. So you have to drop the inverted commas and you have to use the conjunction that. Third step is change of personal pronouns and possessives. So the personal pronouns and the possessives are changed according to the subject of the reporting verb. If the subject is first person, the pronouns and possessives doesn't change. If the subject of reporting verb, if the speaker is first person, then the pronouns or possessives doesn't change. If the speaker is second person, then it changes to second person. If the speaker is third person, then the pronouns or possessives changes to third person. So it depends on who the speaker is. Then fourth step is if the reporting verb is in present or future, the tense of the reported speech does not change. And if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the reported speech gets changed into the corresponding past tense. Step number 5, words denoting nearness of time and place are changed into words denoting distance. Then if the reported speech expresses universal truth or habitual fact, the tense of the reported speech remains unchanged. If the reported speech describes a situation which still exists when the speech is reported, the tense of the reported speech remains unchanged. So I hope you have understood how to change a statement into from a statement from direct speech to indirect speech. Thank you.